He secretly wrote the most unforgettable scene in Paid in Full.
I'm about to be on some real murder shit, eh?
So why did Mekhi Phifer walk away from Hollywood's A-list movie star spotlight and vanish into television instead?
And the winner is... Ho, Eminem!
This is the untold truth behind the biggest decision of his career.
I wrote that scene. The scene originally was just yo, I need the keys or something like that. He's like, yeah, here's the keys for your little brother. And there was no real emotion to it.
Yeah.
But because I needed an arc, because right before that, Ace and I, after he got shot by Calvin, we're sitting there and I'm going, I love the game, I love the hustle, man. I love all this shit. I love this shit, this and that. And then right after that, my little brother gets kidnapped. And I said, okay, that's the pinnacle for this character to go through an arc. Because you see him living his best life the whole time. He's balling out of control, doing his thing. Even when he gets out of jail, he got cars for him. Right. Money, so life is good. But his little brother was his heart. And when that thing happened, then the game wasn't the same no more.
I don't know what to do, hey. I don't, man. I feel naked out in here, B. Thinking about how they got Sonny in some abandoned building or some basement. Just fucking bleeding, man. He's dying, man. They're killing my little man, B. On some real murder shit, eh? I'm telling you, man. Any nigga that ever looked at me wrong owes me money or ever said any jealous bullshit about me is fucking dead.
So how does a man who writes one of the most emotion-felt scenes in an iconic classic movie end up fading from the Hollywood movie spotlight? That's the question that will be answered in this video. Click like, subscribe, and get in the comments. To really get it, you have to backtrack. Harlem, 1974. Mekhi born into a New York that's loud, rough, and unforgiving. His mother, a single mom, school teacher, and dancer, runs the house with discipline and art at the same time. Books, structure, and creativity. That's the recipe. No Hollywood family tree, no child actor resume, just a kid from Harlem watching the real hustle from his window while being told that he still had to get his education. Fast forward to the mid-90s. Mekhi is in school for electrical engineering. Acting is not the plan. He hears about an open casting call for Spike Lee's Clockers. Thousands of people show up. No agent, no Hollywood training. Just a Harlem kid walking into a room to read. And he walks out as the lead. That one audition changes his whole life. He plays Strike, a young dealer under pressure, and suddenly the industry sees what Harlem already knew. He can carry weight. From there, he earns roles, Clockers, Soul Food, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and oh, he becomes that face you recognize even if you don't know his name yet. When they cast him as Mitch, inspired by Harlem legend Rich Porter, it's almost too perfect. A Harlem kid playing a Harlem kingpin in a movie produced by Rockefeller Records, right when hip-hop and hood cinema are shaping the culture. But the real plot twist isn't just the casting, it's that car scene.
It was funny because the first day of rehearsal, Cam was transitioning into being an actor on this movie. And rappers, a lot of times are used to, they record their stuff in the studio. And then they go, and when it's time to do the video, they just doing them. They're doing the video. This is different. So the rehearsal, we have a real rehearsal process. We got to go over character development, story development. Does this make sense? Does that make sense? This and that. How do we interweave this and that? So it's a whole thing. And Cam came, first of all, he came mad late to the rehearsal. So it's me, Charles Stone, our director, and Wood. So and it's funny because we at the Sutton Place Hotel in Toronto. I don't think that's even there anymore, but it was like a residential hotel. And so we in the conference room, and Cam he's not there. Now we all staying in the hotel. Right. People are calling up to his room. They're like, "Yo, where the f is Cam? Where could he possibly be? It's 9 in the morning. It's time to, So we start going over the script, and Cam comes in like 9:45, rolling a blunt. Like, "Yo, what's up, y'all?" You know, and it's like, and we got the script open, we running lines.
Now he was like where the little papers at. He was like, you were in clockers.
Exactly.
Everybody was auditioning for it. I knew the role. I mean, I knew the character because everybody outside the movie, I'm from Harlem, everybody knows the story. And when Dame gave me an opportunity to come audition,
that shit seemed too natural for you.
Yeah, it did.
Me and Jim is in the house practicing lines, and I'm like, yo, should I bring the real gun? Because there's a part you got to pull the gun out on. And then Jim said, yeah, do that. So,
yeah, do that.
Word to mother. So I go down there, do those. You know, when you're doing an audition, you're reading with somebody, then there's 3 people behind the desk, and they have the cameras on. So I'm doing it, and I'm acting now. I put, shut the fuck up. Niggas like, hey, everybody calm the fuck down. What's going on? I'm like, I need this part, my nigga. And Dame said, relax, Cam. You have to relax. I said, I ain't loaded. The clip's over here. I ain't gonna shoot nobody. And he said, yo, I think I'm gonna get you the part after that.
What I love about Cam was that he was a student of the game too.
Okay.
And he fell right into, he always came prepared, knew his lines, added his own verbiage to it.
Yeah.
And he's from Harlem. So he
knew it.
When we in front of Willie's Burgers and all of that, that's our stopping. That's what we do.
Yeah.
You know
we
what I'm
used to
saying?
drive from Brooklyn to Willie's Burgers.
Yeah, Willie's Burgers.
To hang out in front for the chicks.
Yeah, for the chicks.
Yeah.
And it was a car show out there. It was going down. And the burgers was good as hell too. And you had the fries with the fork. You be eating the fries. So all of that was. That's why I give him so much credit. Is that because he wasn't an actor, but neither was I.
The night before they shoot it, Mekhi rewrites the car scene. He builds it from his own understanding of loss, pride, and the addiction to the lifestyle. The next day, he sits in that car, cameras roll, and he lets it all bleed out. No theatrics, just truth. That's the moment fans point to and say, yeah, right there. That's when he became him.
Right. So what I did the night before was I started writing. I said, yeah, because the scene is too sterile.
Right.
It was just like, it was business as usual. And this ain't business as usual no more.
Right.
This is personal now. And so, and all these people in the streets that I thought loved me, they don't love me. You know, that's why it's like anybody that did me wrong, did this and that, blah, blah, blah. And so I just started writing it. And I was smoking blunt. And my man Big Mike was with me. Big Mike in Toronto. You know what I'm saying? In Harlem, all of that. Big Mike was there. And so, because whenever I would do a movie, especially on location, I would bring one of my cats.
Right.
You know
Same here.
So Big Mike was there, and Big Mike was, he was like, he was like we had this 2-bedroom apartment at the Sutton place. And so I'm sitting at the table, and he would roll up the blunts. And so I'm smoking and I'm writing. And as I'm writing, I'm remembering everything that I did when I did my research. Because I met with this cat named Jay Black, who was Rich Porter's best friend.
Okay.
Their family, Rich's family, his sister, who Regina Hall played.
Right.
And all of their best friends. They all sprinkled throughout the movie.
Right.
And then I had my peoples, my Harlem's finest cats that were in the movie too. Yeah. And so I was just recalling everything that they were telling me about what happened, how they sent the finger in the envelope.
The McDonald's on 125th.
McDonald's on 132nd.
132nd, right.
132nd and Lenox. And the whole thing, it was in the bathroom, and they were supposed to make the exchange in the bathroom, and they didn't. So they wound up killing them, and then it was in the paper, it was in the Post, and
I remember that.
New York Times, and the whole. And so I started writing and thinking about that, and I started crying while I was writing it. And so we had to be on set at 6:30. That was the first scene that we shot that day.
Wow.
So Charles, who I got love for Charles, man, Stone. I said, yo, Charles, I said, look, it's not going to change much for what Wood has to say, but I wrote something. Let's just do it. He said, all right, let's shoot the rehearsal.
Oh, dope.
Oh, he's open
and that's
to
what,
it.
he was open to it. So
always a good thing when you shoot. Man, that's always a good thing.
Let me see what it is. He said, I don't even want to read it. Let me just see what you got. And so I went in the scene and did it. And he was like, we're keeping that. Let's just do one more for safety.
You'd think the next step is obvious. Chase blockbusters, chase the A-list, chase the crown. But Mekhi doesn't move like that. While the industry is ready to plug him in as the next big movie star, Mekhi looks at the machine and sees the fine print. Unstable work, tabloids, politics, a system that will love you on Friday and forget you by Monday. So instead of sprinting toward that cliff, he does something most people see as falling off. He slides sideways into television. He signs on as Dr. Gregory Pratt on ER, one of the biggest medical dramas on TV.
I remember thinking to myself, man, I hope I can pull this off. George Clooney's first episode, he came in drunk. So you like the characters because they're flawed, but you like them also because they're heroic. Because you don't want to be the guy who, I cut, sorry, you know. It's a teaching hospital. You know, a lot of ERs are teaching hospitals where you're teaching the medical students, you're teaching people and you're learning. There's no other way for you to learn. I mean, you can have all the textbook knowledge and all of that stuff, but until you're in there and hands-on and cracking the chest or whatever you're doing, you never know.
For 7 seasons, he's in living rooms every week, building a character, cashing consistent checks, honing his craft. To movie-only watchers, it feels like he vanished. But to anyone with a remote, he never left. He just stopped chasing that loud, unstable, blockbuster-only lane. That's where a lot of narratives go wrong. They say he disappeared. The truth is, he chose stability over the celebrity circus, and he chose to keep himself and his family out of the celebrity spotlight. There's a story he shared that explains a lot about why he stayed low-key. He's at a dinner party with a legend that created a blueprint. He's given one line of advice that hits him harder than a bad review. They won't pay to see your movies on Saturday if they see you at the club on Friday. He wasn't just given wisdom, he was given a code. Mekhi takes it seriously. He stops playing the visibility game. No constant red carpet appearances. No let me be seen at every event so they remember me. He decides he would rather be respected for his work than famous for his face. From the outside, this looks like vanishing. From the inside, it's strategy. But choosing the quieter lane doesn't mean life suddenly becomes easy. In 2014, his name pops back up in headlines for the worst reason: bankruptcy. Reports say he's over $1 million in debt. That's the moment people start whispering that he fell off. This is where a different kind of actor goes chasing anything, any reality show, any role, any scandal, to get back in the spotlight fast. Mekhi doesn't do that. Instead, he adjusts and grinds. He moves into streaming and smaller films, projects like Lights Out and Pandemic. He hits Broadway and Stick Fly. He pops up in shows like Truth Be Told and Love, Victor. He keeps working, maybe not in headline roles, but in solid, character-driven parts that let him stay an actor instead of turning into a caricature of himself. Behind the scenes, there's another layer that doesn't fit into a he just disappeared narrative. Mekhi becomes more selective. He turns down roles that lean too hard into stereotypes, even when the money would help. That's not a man desperate to be seen. That's someone willing to sacrifice exposure to protect how he's portrayed. Off camera, he leans into being a father. Camping, sports, day-to-day dad stuff that never makes headlines. He's building memories over memes. So when people say, whatever happened to Mekhi Phifer? The real answer is simple and not click-friendly. He chose to be a working actor with a life, not a celebrity with a countdown timer. Go back to that paid in full car scene now, knowing what you know. A Harlem kid raised on discipline. An engineering student who walked into an open audition and walked out a lead. An actor who wrote his own iconic moment. A man who sidestepped the Hollywood fame machine, took the hit when money troubles came, and rebuilt quietly on his own terms.
You know what, man? I think I need to go out tonight, man. All right? Give me at the top. We're gonna party for real. Everything all right? Everything's cool, man. You know, I just need to be around some love, that's all. You all right? I'm chilling. All right, well, come around here, baby. I'm on the other side of this gate. I'll show you some love, Mitch. Come on, Dick. Come on, Dick. Sweating ass. You want to see some love? It's love day. I'm showing people love out here on the court. You ain't ready for me, eh?
I got you. Got you right here in the pocket.
All right? All right, my nigga.
You have your fun under the Harlem suns. Drop me off in Harlem.
It now offers perspective, because Mekhi Phifer did make it, and what he chose to do was walk away from the loudest version of success and build something quieter, steadier, and more real. He's not the firework that explodes and vanishes into the night sky. He's the lighthouse, less flashy, still standing, still working, long after the storm of hype has passed. And maybe that's the real untold truth. Mekhi Phifer didn't disappear from the spotlight because Hollywood forgot him. He stepped to the side before it burned him alive. If you like this video, you need to see the next one. Because murder, theft, and shady deals couldn't stop a legend from dropping Illmatic, the blueprint that turned a Queens kid into a millionaire, who's now giving us a billionaire blueprint. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and stick around for the full untold story of Illmatic.